Hey guys, Natasha Denona just came out with her High blushes, and these are a duo product. There is a blush and a highlighter in each compact. There are 6 new shades. They're $42 each. I ordered all 6 off of the Natasha Denona site. She had them available basically like one day before the other retailers. So I saw it available on Sephora, Ulta, and Beautylish, and also on her site. So we're gonna be doing some swatches, some close-ups of the pan. I'm gonna be swatching them on my face. I actually have 2 of the shades on right now. They are, let me tell you, Vamped is on this side and Flustered is on this side. But I'm gonna take everything off and we're gonna do some actual face swatches of all of them so you can see how they apply and all of that. So I wanted to share with you what Natasha Denona has on her site about these blushes. But I did also wanna show you the packaging for all of them, what they look like in the pan, and some arm swatches of all of them. So High Blush is a hybrid cheek innovation, features a unique cream blush and highlighter in a clean vegan formula offering both semi-matte and balmy glow finishes. Enriched with nourishing ingredients, this cloudy cream cheek duo hydrates the skin while delivering a natural, buildable flush of long-wearing color. They are vegan, paraben-free, cruelty-free. They are made in Italy. So she also shares 2 options on how you can apply these products. Basically, you can apply them separately, one as a blush, one as a highlighter, or you can combine the 2 of them and just apply them, as a blush at the same time. So for swatching purposes, I am going to apply them separately so you can see them separately on my face. And I'm gonna be using a brush or my fingers. She suggests brush, fingers, or makeup sponge will work as well. And just so you're aware, I have the Dior foundation stick down. That seemed to be like the easiest option for me because I'm gonna be putting on and removing everything for you. And the stick foundation would be like an easy reapplication. I am also going to put down a little bit of loose powder, not for all the swatches, but I do just want to show you at least what it looks like applying this cream product over powder as well. So why don't we go ahead and get started with the first 2 shades, Sweet Cheeks and Simply Shy. Okay, here we are, just foundation down. We're going to start with Sweet Cheeks, and Sweet Cheeks is described as an icy pastel pink. That's the highlighter here. And then she describes this blush as a baby pink. So I'm gonna use my Refer number 5 brush. I'm gonna go into the blush first. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit here and brush right onto my cheek. These blend out beautifully. So smooth and so easy to use. And again, this is just over foundation, no powder. And they don't have any tackiness, which I love, love, love. I don't like cream cheek products that have a little bit of tack to them. It's just not my favorite. I just always feel like my hair is gonna end up being stuck in there. So I really like cream cheek products that set down and don't have any tackiness. All right, so there is the blush. So pretty, so pretty. And I'm just gonna use my finger and go into the highlighter here and tap that on. This highlighter is definitely icy, as she described it, and it has like a silver kind of reflect to it, so it's definitely on the cooler side there. What a beautiful, beautiful sheen. Really gorgeous. Okay, so that is Sweet Cheeks. Let's go into Simply Shy. That's this guy right here. I'm gonna use that same brush, but a clean one. Go into Simply Shy and just brush it on. Let that go on just so beautifully, so easily. And they build up really, really nicely, which is always desirable for a blush. You don't want to go in with too much pigment right off the bat. It's very scary. Very, very scary. Okay, so there is Simply Shy, and I'm gonna go into this highlighter. This highlighter is very similar to the one in Sweet Cheeks because it has a cool kind of silvery tone to it. And she describes this duo as an icy light pink. So icy pastel pink in Sweet Cheeks, icy light pink in Simply Shy, and then this is a light dusty coral. So this blush is definitely a little bit warmer than this one. It is a little peachier, a little bit more coral, but the highlights are very similar. I wonder if you can tell, this one is just a hint, the highlight that is, just a hint frostier and a little bit cooler than this one. All right, so Sweet Cheeks, Simply Shy. Really beautiful. I think if you have my skin tone, these I think are the two best options for you, but let's go ahead and move on to the next two. Okay, foundation stick has been applied. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some loose powder. I've got my Addiction Tokyo, what's the full name? Invisible Essence Loose Powder Glow. I'm gonna throw some of this on so we can see how these cream products apply over powder. So just dusting a little bit of that on. This is one of those talc-free powders that I've been testing. This has a really, really nice finish. Nice and soft, not drying looking, not heavy. Really beautiful. Anyway, moving on. So the next one here is Fresh Mauve. And I'm just gonna pick some up. I'm using the Pat McGrath, I think this is her powder brush, but I'm just gonna pick up some of this shade. And Natasha Denona simply describes this as mauve, and this one's described as a glowy nude. I'm not sure that I would describe this shade as a mauve. I guess it's on the cooler side, like there's a little bit of a gray undertone. But when I get it on my cheeks, it's quite warm. And I always think of mauve having a lot more like purple in it, but anyway, it is a beautiful shade. I'm just not sure that mauve is a great descriptor for it. Okay, so there is mauve, and then I'm just going to use my finger again and apply the highlight. Now this highlight has a deeper shade to it. It is not quite as light and frosty as the first two. So for me, in my skin tone, I'm kind of layering this over the blush, and it's making a really beautiful kind of like blush topper. But I think as a highlighter alone, it's a little bit too deep. You can probably see that here. But the formula is so great. There's a sheerness to it. So I think you could just kind of play around with the placement of this highlight, and it's not like it's gonna look too obvious or out of place if you put it on your skin alone, you know, without the blush. So there is Fresh Mauve. Gorgeous. And then the next one is Flirty Flush. This one is bright. Look at that. This one reminds me of that blush duo that she came out with. Actually, it was a blush and highlighter also, but it was like Valentine's Day, maybe a couple years ago. And it came in a little compact and it had the little floaties in the cover. Am I thinking of the right thing? I think so. I think I'm thinking of the right thing. Anyway, this is Flirty Flush, and I'm actually gonna use my finger to apply the blush. I haven't done that yet. Wow, look at that. So bright. Beautiful. Well, that blended out really easily. I think it's faster with a brush. I think that's why I'm always reaching for the brush. I always feel like that's the fastest way to apply makeup. But this wasn't bad. And these are going on really, really nicely over the powder, the loose powder that I applied. Yeah, it's like not picking it up or like disturbing it underneath. That's really nice. Okay, so there's Flirty Flush Blush. Now let's apply the highlight. I'm just gonna use my finger again and apply that. This highlight has a deeper pigmentation too, so I'm kind of using it as blush topper. And this has a really beautiful golden tone to it. It's definitely on the warmer side. Gorgeous. All right, so here is Fresh Mauve, and here is Flirty Flush. All right, and both applied over powder. Very nice. Okay, let me take this off and we'll do the last two. Okay, stick foundation has been applied. Let's get these last two on me. So this next one is called Flustered, and we are definitely getting into the deeper shades. This highlight is so pretty though. So Flustered is described as icy pink right here and pomegranate. That's so pretty. Actually, when I looked at it, I thought watermelon, but yeah, pomegranate too. I feel like the highlight in this one looks very similar to the Fresh Mauve one. Here's Fresh Mauve. Oh, it's definitely pinker. Yeah, this one was described as nude. Okay. Well, let's get this on my cheeks. I'm gonna use this Rephr number 5 brush. Wow, that is pretty. This one definitely has a little bit of a cool tone to it, like a little bit of blue in there, but it's so bright and punchy. It's very juicy, this shade. Gorgeous. All right, so there is the blush. Now I'm gonna apply the highlight. The highlight, I just wanna mention, I don't know, it could just be mine, but when I was finger swatching all of these, and right now when I put my finger in here, I was reminded, this highlight feels harder in the pan than all the other ones. I don't really know why. I'm not having a hard time picking up product. I don't feel like it's behaving any differently. I don't feel like, yeah, like it's going on strangely. It just feels harder in the pan. That's it. I just wanted to point that out. All right, so here is the icy pink highlighter. Oh, that's pretty. I really like this combo. This is a great color for that cherry trend that we're seeing in like lips and blushes and stuff. This is really nice. Okay, so that one is Flustered, and then last but not least we have Vamped, which I think I'm gonna have to be very careful to apply because that blush is definitely very deep for my skin tone. And she describes it as mahogany, and this is icy peach. All right, I've got another clean Rephr number 5 brush. I'm gonna go into Vamped. Ooh, very pretty. This is very much like a post-workout flush color. And I'm putting this on with the lightest hand because it is very deep for my skin tone. But for those of you with deeper skin tones out there, this is the one for you. This one's really pretty. I like the tone of this one. Yeah, just like Flustered, it has a little bit of blue in there. I wouldn't go so far as to call it a berry, but it's a little bit cooler tone than the others. Okay, so there is Vamped. Ooh, I like that. And let me get this peach on here. Now, I think this is such an interesting combo, isn't it? Because I do think this has a little bit of coolness to it, and this is very warm, very peachy with a gold metallic sheen to it. But of course, it pairs beautifully. Natasha Denona always surprises me with her pairings and combos. They always turn out beautifully, and they're never anything I would think to put together. Beautiful. Okay, so here is Vamped, and this is Flustered. Wow. Well, I love them all. I think they're really beautiful. I love this formula. They are so easy to apply. I love the fact that they basically set down to nothing. They're not tacky on the skin. They're not sticky. I don't feel them. They're really undetectable. Oh, I love them. And they apply beautifully just straight over foundation. They apply beautifully over powder. These are so great. And this is my second impression of them. I actually put them all on and filmed a video, but didn't turn the microphone on. So this is my second go around, and I am loving them. I'm loving them. These are also supposed to be very long lasting, so I will report back to you on these, but I love the colors and I love the formula. Gorgeous. Well, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.